Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Slayer back here again with another video, man. I have a few moments alone, so I thought that I'd hop on here and make a video because, yeah, man, I'm gonna try and upload and keep you guys updated as frequently as I possibly can. First off, just wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for showing the love, the support, the encouragement for me to finish out this program. And yeah, man, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. I mean, come on now, you guys are just awesome. Okay, I'll stop. Anyways, you guys are great. I have a few moments, so I thought that I'd hop on here and kind of tell you guys about what happened during this last relapse. Whew, it was bad. It was one of the worst relapses I've ever had in my entire life, guys. The whole entire thing, that each time that you go back, it gets worse. All of that is 100% true. The tolerance, or the amounts that we're drinking, increases, but our tolerance has went down, and it's extremely, extremely dangerous. I came very close to, I'm sure I had alcohol poisoning, but I don't want to know how close I came to possibly a coma, death, respiratory failure. I mean, those are the types of things that can happen when your BAC is as high as mine was when I was blowing. So what happened during this last relapse? And I'm gonna have to be a little bit quick with this video, guys, just because I'll probably have to go here soon. I think we have something to do downstairs here in a bit. So I told you guys in one of my earlier videos that I found this alcohol. Which is true. I did find the alcohol, and that's what initially started my relapse. And because that's what we do, man. When we get intoxicated, especially if we're trying to hide it from people or something, we will take our liquor and we will stash it in places. And we usually do it when we're 17 sheets to the wind, so we have absolutely no memory of it being there. So I took some booze and I hid it in my closet. For some reason, my closet is a place that I hide alcohol a lot of the times, but I've found it everywhere. You know, it could be just as simple as underneath my bed. I found it in my closet, and I held on to it. I'll tell you, initially when I first found it, my first reaction was, fuck. That was my first reaction, because I knew I was screwed. I knew it. Right when I saw it, it's like my heart sank. Started hearing that little voice, that little devil on my shoulder telling me, yep, it's in your grips now. Just eliminated the whole entire process of going to the store and actually buying it, because, you know, that's a whole process, actually, us getting to the grocery store, the liquor store, the gas station, or the restaurant, and every other place that sells liquor pretty much everywhere. That's a process for us. It's not like we just go and relapse. So that was eliminated. So I find it. Heart sinks, and I told myself what we always tell myself, you know, oh, I'll just keep it for safekeeping, you know, just in case of emergencies. Such addict thinking. What I should have done is I should have poured it out right then and there. Should have called somebody, should have poured it out. Should have done anything except for hold on to it and eventually drink it, but that's what I did. I held on to it for about a week, and eventually I ended up caving in. I drank it. Now, that first time that I drank, it wasn't horrible. You know, usually that first day of drinking isn't terrible. It's usually the days following that things get really, really bad. So, like a good hard alcoholic that I am, I cracked open the 5 doubles, slammed all of them, and continued on my night. Passed out that night, woke up the next day confident that I'm not going to get any more, I don't need any more. Well, you know how that goes, guys. If you're anything like me, once I have a taste, I can't stop. I can't stop until, well, I ended up in a detox center or hospital or wherever I end up. And so I made it a few hours that day. I did. I made it a few hours without drinking. Thought that I was doing really good. Even went to my group. I remember I went to my group. I was honest and vocal about about it. But I didn't get rid of it. I don't mean I didn't get rid of it, but I didn't take my own advice. I was sitting there in group saying, oh, I'm done now. I just messed up this one time. And no, I ended up going home. And listen to this. I'm sure I know all states don't do this, because I talked to LD about this, and he said that his state doesn't allow you to order alcohol, as if it's already, I get it. It can save lives from not driving, but at the same time, it's just so convenient. Oh, you can just order your booze and have it delivered to you. You don't even have to leave. And that's exactly what I did. I got online and ordered a 750 milliliter bottle of Southern Comfort 100 proof, right back to where I left off back in the day at the worst of my drinking, except now this was by far the worst. By far the worst. I mean, I drank just unfathomable amounts of alcohol. I ended up getting that 750 milliliter bottle, popped the top off, and started drinking it. And it was all downhill from there, man. It was all downhill from there. I was pouring my shots into like a double shot, one of the double shots that I actually had. So I thought to myself, oh, I'm gonna measure it, and I'm also gonna mix it with Gatorade to be healthy. The craziness, the insanity of it, man. I'll mix it with Gatorade, so I got some electrolytes in there, with it. So I was mixing that. I poured it into a double, slammed the double. Next thing you know, I'm pouring another double. Slammed that one. Next thing you know, I'm pouring another one. And all of a sudden, I'm completely blacked out. Waking up the next day, confused, not knowing where I even was. Completely missed my group. Had missed phone calls from multiple people. Dad ended up showing up because he was worried that I might be dead. He showed up at my place, came into my room and woke me up. And when he woke me up, I was speaking in gibberish. I was like, yo, we got to finish this, and I got to get my sunglasses back. And he's like, what the fuck? And my dad has told me he knows. Like, when he wakes me up and I'm in some sort of, discombobbled state like that, he knows. That's not normal for me. I'm a pretty light sleeper. You wake me up, I'm awake. When I'm intoxicated like that, when I wake up, I'm, you know what I'm saying? It's not funny, but that's just how it is. So he knew. And he immediately started to freak out, tried to talk me out of it. We had a long conversation that morning. He left. I didn't care though. At that point, when I finished it entire, by the way, I drank the entire 750 milliliter bottle in probably a time span of like 7 hours, maybe less, probably like 4 or 5 hours, drank that entire bottle. And at that point, there is no more talking. I'm done. I'm disconnected from the world. That's why I stopped replying to YouTube comments. I'm no longer talking to anybody. I wanted him to get away from me, because all I saw at that point in the addiction was he's a threat to me now. He's a threat to, even though he's trying to save me, but he's a threat to, he's going to get in the way of my booze intake, and that is not acceptable. I need my alcohol now. Because now dude, you drink that amount of liquor, even if you're not in withdrawal, the hangover from a 100 proof 750 milliliter bottle when your tolerance isn't high, it's bad. I woke up feeling like horrible. And so he left. And I contemplated it a little bit, I contemplated it a little bit, and, decided to try to reach out to some people. Some people answered and tried to talk me off the ledge. And for the people that answered, you guys know who you are. I love you. Thank you for trying to talk me off that ledge. And I'm talking about people that really understand. I, still being intoxicated from the night before, was trying to contact one of the girls that I met. She never answered. I doubt that she'll ever talk to me again. She might still watch my videos. Hi, I miss you. I hope that you're doing well, but I completely understand why you wouldn't want to talk to me. I'm not a good person when I'm drinking. And so I just said, you know what, screw this. I ended up calling up a very close family member that I'm not going to reveal and say who it is. No, it's not my brother who ran off or anything like that, but somebody who's very close. And she was extremely pissed at me and called me all sorts of names. And, you know, they're fed up with us. But at that time, that's just more fuel for us to just keep digging ourselves into a hole, because the shame, the guilt, me hating myself was already there. And that was just the fuel on top of the fire. So what did I do? I went back, or I didn't even go out. I ordered another bottle of Southern Comfort 100 proof, 750 milliliters, just waited for it to show up. It showed up, instantaneously cracked it open and just got right back to it. Since I still had alcohol in my system from the day before, it didn't take as much. It took about a half of the bottle and I completely blacked out. Next thing you know, and here's where we get the lovely details of alcoholism, I wake up and I have pissed my bed. Just entirely just soaked my bed. But I didn't really care. All I cared about was the bottle. And it was I just laid it right on the side of my bed. So I just picked up the bottle, I got up, I moved to the other side of the bed that wasn't wet. This is so embarrassing. Please don't look at me any different from this, guys. This is addiction. I'm you know. It's just pathetic. So I took the bottle and I moved to the other side of the bed that wasn't wet and just laid there and continued to drink. I would drink, pass out, wake up, reach over to the side of the bottle, drink, pass out, wake up, reach over to the side of the bottle. Eventually I pissed that side of the bed. So then I had to lay at the very end of the bed next to the TV. And so I started sleeping there and did the same thing. Then I ran out, and that's a crime whenever we run out of liquor when we're that deep. And so what did I do? The same thing, ordered another bottle. But instead of just ordering one bottle this time, I ordered two. It was a Fireball, and I'm getting cheaper now. It was Fireball and that Windsor Canadian whiskey, disgusting. Ordered two 750 milliliter bottles of that and got right back to it. At this point, I was leaning over on the side of my bed, just throwing up. I took like a Target bag and just put it on the side of my bed, and I was just leaning over, just throwing it up. The moments of consciousness that I had, I was just calling people on my phone, belligerent, completely out of my mind, blacked out, pretty much the entire time. The only times that I was awake was when I was waking back up and reaching for that bottle. Not eating for days on end. I think after about the fourth day of nothing but drinking and booze being my nutrition, I decided maybe I should try and eat something. And it's nearly impossible when I'm 4 days in like that. I'm disgusting, by the way. I haven't showered. I stink. I'm just fucking disgusting. And so I went down and I tried to eat something. I remember I ate a little bit of chicken noodle soup, and to me, well, I got a little bit of food in my system. Now I can continue to drink. It was just an instant isolation, an instant suicidal drinking that fast. I shut the blinds. I shut my door, turned off my phone at this point. I was done. I didn't want to see anybody, didn't want to hear from anybody. You really don't. When you're that deep in it, I don't want to see anything. It's almost sickening to even, I don't have the energy anymore to get on and text somebody or have a phone conversation. I don't have time for any of that. And so I continued to drink and continued to drink. Now by this point, it's a Monday. Monday is now rolled around, or Tuesday, or whatever day it even was. I couldn't even tell you. And I decided that it would be a good idea for me to go to my PHP group heavily intoxicated, because we do stupid ass things when we're drunk, and you guys, I'm sure, can guess how that went. I end up showing up to my PHP group. I did get a ride there. I did not drive at all, not once during this entire relapse. I guess that's a good thing, right? I show up to my PHP group with an entire 750 milliliter bottle shoved into this jacket right here. I shoved it into the sleeve, like the like, you know what I'm saying? Like the sleeve of it. And I shoved in that sleeve, and it was like underneath like my arm. And I had that with me, and I walked into my PHP with that. And by the way, guys, if you're wondering why I have this band on, you have to go through a small detox here before, just to make sure that you're safe, and they test you for a couple days, and then they let you into the program. I will be in the program officially tomorrow. But they monitor you, make sure that, because guess what? Alcoholics are liars. We lie, we lie through our teeth. You know, we do it all the time. So anyways, I took the 750 milliliter bottle, I shoved it in my sleeve and was holding it up with my hand, and I walked into my PHP group. I walked in there, I set down like a little bag that I had. You're probably wondering why I didn't put it in the bag. I don't know. I guess it would just be more convenient if I slipped it out of my sleeve and drank it. So now I'm heavily intoxicated in a recovery group setting. So selfish. But my mind is gone at this point, guys. You have to remember, Slayer is no longer behind the wheel. There's a monster, there's a gremlin, something else is controlling me. It's no longer Slayer. It's a different creature. It's like Backcountry says that it is me, though, right? I remember Backcountry saying that horrible version is still some sort of version of us, even though I do think there's some demonic possession going on there for real. I'm not lying about that. Because, anyways, so yeah, I get into the PHP group, put my stuff down, I'm sitting there, and there's only 2 people in the group, and they're both looking at me like I'm nuts. I probably looked insane. My hair was probably all over the place. My hat was probably like this or something. Like I'm out of my mind at this point. And so my counselor comes in and he sees me, and he's like, yo, come into my office and let's have a meeting real quick. So I stumble into his office, half wasted, and sit down with him, and he starts asking me questions. He's like, what's going on? Because you know how we get so emotional when we're drunk, guys, I completely break down. I start bawling my eyes out. I'm telling him, I relapsed. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life anymore. My life, I can't keep doing this, blah, 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 on and on. I'm going to change my life. I got this. Well, within about 10 minutes, he was the one who wanted to breathalyze me. He has breathalyzers, it's a recovery place, of course they do. And so he decided to breathalyze me right there on the spot. And that's when I blew is it a 0.47, guys? Or is it a 4.7? I'm sorry, I'm not 100% sure, but it's extremely high. If you look that up, that's high enough to be in a coma, And when he looked at the BAC scale, he looked like he shit himself, guys. I won't even lie. He looked at it and he looked at me and he said, you're either calling someone right now to take you to the hospital or I'm calling the ambulance. And I said, no, I'm good. I don't need to go to the hospital. He said, you're going to the hospital, man. You're going to the hospital. I'm like, okay, well, you can call this number. And I gave him a number. I run to the bathroom. I run off to the bathroom because I got the liquor. I just start chugging it. I have a BAC that high and I'm still chugging liquor. Who knows what my BAC actually was? I'm in the bathroom chugging liquor, trying to get as much as I can before, they come get me, because I know it's over. I know I'm going to the hospital now, which is exactly what I needed. And so at this point, I completely and entirely black out. No memory at all. None whatsoever. It was actually my dad who came and got me, and he took me to the emergency room. I have no memory of that. He said when I was in the car, I'd wake up and then I'd pass out again, and I'd wake up and pass out again. He said I started throwing up on myself. If he wasn't with me, I could have John Bonham myself, If you guys don't know who John Bonham is, he was the drummer for Led Zeppelin, and he died from alcohol poisoning. And anyways, so I was passing out, waking up, passing out, waking up, and I, again, don't remember any of this. They took me into the hospital where the doctor, I think, told me that I, came close to losing my life. And I don't really know what they did for me in there, to be honest. I have no memory of it. My next memory I have is I'm walking into a detox center, and I'm like, okay. The very same, by the way, detox center that I'm in right now, because this detox center is an inpatient rehab facility as well. If you guys are wondering what the difference between being residential means that they don't have nurses and stuff on the side. Inpatient means that there's a bunch of nurses. So in this place, there's a detox, but then it's also an inpatient care. So my next memory was me walking into the detox. So I ended up being in there for like a day, and then they sent me home. It made no sense at all. I think I refused to be there or something, and that's where I took that video, and then ended up leaving because they wouldn't do much for me. They gave me some benzos, and that did help, and I got out and just started white knuckling it. I had some of the worst withdrawals ever. I was going through horrid withdrawals, and the post-acute alcohol withdrawal syndrome has not let up since. Bad, bad. And I just couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it. And so what ends up happening next is I just started really struggling. A lot of personal stuff in my life started happening that I'm not going to get into. And I ended up, I'm just going to be honest, guys. I'm going to be honest on this channel. I did end up drinking again. Yes, I did. So I didn't just relapse the one time when I went to the hospital detox, wherever I was. I don't even really remember making that video. I relapsed again. And this was just about, I don't know how many ever days ago, but I drank super heavy again the next day. And then that's when I said, this is enough. I need to go to a rehab facility. I need to get into a detox center because I'm going to die. I shouldn't put those words out there. I'm not going to die. But if I continue drinking, I'm probably not going to make it much longer, guys. Like I said, I need to ask the people, but I think my liver numbers were pretty high, which is always a super scary thing. And yeah, guys, and that's pretty much what led me to where I am now. I'm sorry for the secretiveness. I'm sorry for trying to keep it from you guys, and that's why I just want to be honest. I did drink again after that. I uploaded that last video. And it's a big reason why I'm here right now and I'm getting the help, is because I don't trust myself at the moment, guys. And so yeah, that's why I'm here. I went to the hospital that first time and then got out and relapsed again. I know it's all one big confusing mess, but it's been like stuttering relapses. And then I was sober for a little bit. That's when I made the video. And then, like I said, I ended up relapsing again. And now here I am. No real withdrawals, as you guys can see. I'm sitting in a chair right now. I'm doing pretty good. Just waiting to get into the inpatient. I've already met some cool people here. And yeah, it's been a decent experience. I should be in the actual inpatient tomorrow. So, and I'll just go straight from here because it's literally right outside my door. They just want to make sure that you're safe, and since I did drink a couple days before coming in here, they just wanted to make sure that I'm okay. I'm sorry for the deception, guys. I'm sorry for the lies. No more of that. I've said before, I'm honest on this channel. I'm not going to get on here and tell a bunch of lies. And nah, screw that, man. I'm just not going to allow it to happen. So Yeah, man. It's just crazy how much I can't remember. Like, I remember being in the hospital making that video and talking to you guys and being pissed, but then I don't remember walking into the, like, I remember going to the detox center, and then it's like, and see, this is where I was kind of like keeping some secrets from you guys, like about how drunk I was. Like, I don't know if I left and that's why they didn't help me. It's the only thing that I can think. You know, because when I said that they just sent me out of the hospital, that's not true. They did send me over to the detox center, and they didn't do anything for me, but really, I think I just left. And I could probably ask somebody. I probably just left and ended up white knuckling some of the worst withdrawal in my life. I was having, it's like I said to you guys, I was having dreams of there was creatures standing at my bedside watching me. I remember I woke up one time, and I mean, I was awake and I'm looking straight forward, and there's just this creature standing there looking at me. Um, then closing my eyes and looking up, and I could see the night sky and all this different stuff. It was crazy. I had like the shadow people stuff going on, and that lasted like then I was getting a whole bunch of like little dots, like little black dots, and I'm still getting them now. And then the nausea. And I figured out that my liver numbers were a little bit high or whatever. And so the post-acute alcohol withdrawal is what led me to drink the last couple days and then end up here. I know that was all over the place, and I think a big reason why it is all over the place is because there was so many of those days I was just completely and entirely blacked out, and I really can't even remember, guys. I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna have to make another video after this and correct all the stupid BS, or like the things that I said wrong, because I feel like I messed up a couple parts of the story. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm very, very stressed out, but I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy that you guys haven't given up on me. I love you guys, and I'm gonna fight, man. I'm gonna fight for my life. I'm gonna continue to fight. So this is what happens when you relapse. If anything, guys, I make these videos as a lesson, and to show people that you're not alone. And I hope that's what these videos serve as, is a reminder on why you do not want to relapse, because this is what it leads to. This is what it leads to. If you're a real alcoholic like me, like Dirk Delirium used to say, if you're a real alcoholic, we can't just have one. And it doesn't just stop, you know? Like, even though I got through those horrid, I white-knuckled brutal withdrawals, look at what ended up happening. I ended up drinking a couple more days. Not nearly as bad as that relapse before. And I checked myself into this place, and I'm doing a lot better. But it's like, this is what it leads to. This is what it leads to. And I'm lucky to be alive right now. I don't think it has anything to do with luck. I think that I do believe in destiny to a certain degree. I believe in God, and I do think that God got me through. But don't test fate, right? And I think I've tested fate one too many times, and it's really time to do this and stay sober. So guys, please learn something from this. Learn why you don't want to drink. Today, tomorrow, a year from now. Don't let it fool you, you know, oh, I got 6 months under my belt, or I got 3 months under my belt. I must be cured. I can drink again. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You'll go back and pick up right where you left off. And you might be able to get away with it for a week or two. You might be able to get away with it for a little bit, but it won't last. If you have a real problem, it won't last. Please, guys, stay sober. Please stay sober. I'm here for all of you, just like you are here for me. This is a journey, and we are on this journey together. When I created this YouTube channel, I wanted to document my journey in sobriety, the ups and the downs, and everything in between. And I plan to continue to do that, guys. So thank you so much. I love all of you. I won't be around to reply as frequent because they do keep your phone and stuff. But anytime that I get my phone, guys, I will definitely be replying to comments. I will hop on here and make videos. And yeah, man, we're gonna get this. I'm gonna get this. I'm looking up at the blue sky right now, man, and life is beautiful. And I don't want to lose my life. And we all have to lose our lives one day. But when I do lose my life, I want to at least want, even if it's in like some brutal way, it's like I want to be at peace in my mind with where I'm going. Because I do think that what we do in this life counts. And I do think there's probably consequences to the next life if all you ever did was drink. And if you believe in the Bible like I do, it does make it clear that no drunkards are allowed in heaven. But at the end of the day, God will make that decision on who makes it heaven. Anyways, we are now in a Christianity talk. I love you guys. Stay safe, stay sober. If I said stuff that was confusing in this video, like I said, I'll probably have to make another one and correct some of the things that I said. I am tired, but I'm thankful for life, thankful for God, thankful for you guys. I had a bunch of people from my PHP group come and visit me today, and that was beautiful. It really was. It was beautiful. We all hugged. I mean, I got great people in my life is what I'm saying. So I love each and every single one of you. Drop a comment if you have any questions about anything, or if I said something wrong, I'll correct it. And yeah, guys, I'll keep you updated on this journey. Please don't drink today. Stay sober. The sober life is the better life. And whenever I'm in these situations, I realize that. And I realize how important the small things are. You know, like my job. Oh, shit, I got to go to my job, man. Much rather be sober. Well, I am sober, but it's like I'd much rather be at my job right now, still sober, doing good. And you realize how precious those things are. The little things, we all take them for granted. So I love you guys. I'll keep you updated one day at a time. And yeah, stay safe and stay sober. Don't drink today. Please, just don't do it. Shout out to Backcountry, shout out to LD, shout out to all of my fellow brothers here doing this YouTube thing. You guys are awesome. And yeah, man, that's about it, guys. I'll catch you real soon. I'm gonna be uploading more frequently. I think it's a good idea, so stay safe, stay sober, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.